Hello friends, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are playing Surviving Mars, and when we left off last episode, we were putting the final touches on our second water extractor. That is going to help us produce enough water to create extra fuel for our polymer factory, as well as our multiple space shuttles going back and forth from Earth to Mars, back to Earth, because we are trying to get a tourist dome set up. So let's go ahead and grab our RC commander. Well, first let's get our RC explorer to head back to our base, because we don't want him getting hit randomly someplace and us not being able to reach him. So yeah, our RC commander, you, my guy, need to come over here to help us build up this base. So first, let's get a supply pod on its way over here. We're going to need some extra electronics, and we'll also do some extra polymers. Have that launch and land. The reason we want extra polymers is because we're going to be building a Stirling generator. We'll go ahead and place that right there, and that's going to help power our dome. So the required power just to get this dome up and running takes 15 power, and our Stirling generators create 10, and then you can open them up and they'll create 20. So really we're going to need to build more power for this eventually, but until we can kind of get a handle on our fuel reserves and therefore our polymer production, you know, we want to take it a little bit easy. Oh, we're not going. That's why that wasn't moving. Okay, we did not press play. that'll help. Okay. So our RC commander will come here and help us with all of this. Let's go ahead, and first thing we want to do is we do want our two domes to be connected to each other. So let's try to finagle a way to get this. So let's go ahead and build infrastructure. Let's move the location of these homes, these living complexes. We're gonna go ahead and move that over there. So that way we can destroy this, and then we'll have a quick little passage back and forth that'll allow them to quickly move from one dome to the other. The other thing we want in this dome, of course, is going to be our Olympus Hotel. However, we have to finish unlocking smart homes, which is the tech that we need for that. Let's go check at our research really quickly, and we can see here that we are nearly done with our mega storage, and next will be our smart home. And then we'll go into farm automation, so that way we no longer have to have botanists here on Mars, and we can have more important tasks like engineers and geologists who help sustain the resources that we need. You know, obviously we need food, but if we can have robots help us make food, why not? Why not? The other thing we'll want in this is going to be our low G amusement park. We can go ahead and slap that down right here. That is going to be great for our tourists. They're going to love it. We'll also want probably a diner, an infirmary, and of course a grocer with a park in the middle of it. So we'll do a small garden because those are cute. We'll also need over here probably a space bar. All right, looks like an experimental rocket. Your attention is required. A new rocket engine has been developed by our sponsor on Earth. We have been offered the dubious honor of testing the first prototype. We accept. Let me have a look at the blueprints, or sounds too risky. Let me have a look at the blueprints. Okay, that did nothing. Fantastic. I love that. Hopefully they'll get back to us and tell us what that actually did. For an event that sure did nothing. It was giving nothing. Let's go ahead, turn this on. Let's make it upgraded. We're also going to upgrade this. Ooh, we can also upgrade that to service bots. So let's go ahead and have another supply pod, only full of electronics since we're upgrading so much stuff. We'll go ahead and have another supply rocket come and help us out with those things. We're also going to build a landing rocket space. Let's go ahead and put it right, maybe like right here. So that way when our tourists come, they'll land here, hopefully go straight into this dome, which is where we want them all to be anyways. Let's go ahead, salvage that. And it looks like they want us to build another drone hub over here anyway. This one, we'll go ahead and put like, I don't know, maybe like here. Because it's saying that this living complex is going to be out of drone zone, which is not great. Of course we want to get that fixed, so we're just going to plop down another extra little dome or another extra drone hub to help us out. So we've finally upgraded all of the service buildings in our tourist dome to not require any employees, which is going to save us a bunch of resources. So now all of this life support is connected through this passageway here. So we can go ahead and turn on this dome and it should be okay. This dome does need a little bit of concrete for it to get functional again. But that is okay for now. Let's go ahead and turn on our infirmary specs. So basically everybody in this dome can now utilize the stuff in this dome, even though we don't have any tourists yet. We've also built a landing pad for our rocket. So the last thing we need to do is wait for this smart home engineering to finish so that way we can build our Olympus hotel for all of our tourists. But that can't stop our residents in here from enjoying the services in this building. So we're going to turn it on, have that up and running, and do kind of like a dry run to see how all of that goes. We do want to go ahead and open up the power because for this power grid, we want to make sure that it's all doing okay. Looks like it is doing all right, I think. I don't really remember what blue looks like. Let's see. Let's check this battery and see what it says. Because this battery's hooked up to this entire power grid. So it looks like we're producing 80 power at night, but it demands 83. But we do have some stored power, so it should be...
Resources are low.
Okay. So we'll just check on it during the daytime and see how that all works out. Let's go ahead and get our RC Safari. We're going to go ahead and create another Safari route. So we're going to first come here and click here. Then we're going to go over here. Of course, we want to check out a crater probably, then some geysers probably. All right, so it's going to go on, so our RC Safari is going to take that route that we created, and it's going to show us the expected satisfaction reward of the people, our tourists, our future tourists who are going to come look on Mars, and we can kind of fiddle with that a little bit while we're waiting for the research to finish. They can get a possible 25 satisfaction reward. So hopefully we want to get as close to it as possible, because this was kind of like an expensive bot. So hopefully it goes well. We'll see. All right, so we're looking at 18 out of 25. What if I'm gonna play around with it a little bit and see. So it looks like our high grade water supply did run out. Luckily, this extractor is extracting this next water
Sector scan.
next to it. Unfortunately, it is a low grade water, so we are back to not creating barely producing enough water to meet the needs of our water, what we need. So I think we do want to go here into our research, and we want to, oh, we do have moisture farming on there already. Okay, so we're going to finish up smart homes, then we're going to do farm automation, and then we'll do moisture farming, so that way we can build up a bunch of moisture vaporizers. With that smart home research now complete, it just like it finished right when we I finished that sentence. Perfect. Let's go here to our Olympus Hotel. Let's go ahead and have it looking this way. And this will be where our tourists can come and kind of reside. Okay, now that it's night, they're demanding 10 water. So, okay, so it looks like we will be okay. We are hanging on by the hair of our chinny chin chin, and hopefully we can be okay until we can research moisture vaporators and we can start building those of our own. Worst case scenario, we can always get a supply pod with those in them. This scientist, let's go ahead and make you move over here. This is for Akash. Jessica, I thought I already assigned you to live and work here. So now that this is up and running, our tourist station, let's go ahead and have a tourist rocket. Let's do it. Why not? So we're going to do a passenger rocket. Let's go ahead, reset our filters. Specialization, down everything, but we do want tourists. Okay, apply. What else? Flaws. I mean, you can have whatever flaws you want because you're a tourist. What's going on? Age group. Okay, there we go. I was like, what is going on? Okay. So this Olympus Hotel can hold 20 people.
Resources are low.
Let's go ahead and get a supply pod. Supply pod of electronics. Let's go ahead and launch that. Go back to our rocket, a passenger rocket, all tourists. We only want 22. All right, I think this looks pretty good about for what we want. So we're getting like 14 colonists to come to Mars with us. We have several tourists. I went ahead and added 2 geologists. We could always use extra geologists, and 1 extra medic. I also added a couple extra engineers. So this guy is a saint, which I think is something unique, because I don't think I've seen that before. So it raises the morale of all religious people in the dome. I don't know if we have a lot of religious people, but that's always nice to have. And then we just have this engineer who's just a nerd, right? We love it. Just a classic nerd, gets a morale boost whenever we research stuff. So let's go ahead and launch these 16 colonists to arrive here, and hopefully that will go well. So I think we have a pretty great tourist dome up and running for us. So here it is. It's sharing resources with this building. That means the citizens over here can come enjoy like the amusement park, as well as some other amenities. We are still struggling a little bit here with our life support. It looks like we have enough storage currently to maintain it. We're just waiting on the water vaporization research to finish, so that way we can start building water vaporators to kind of subsidize our water requirements. We're also kind of figuring out here some of our Stirling generators, but we have a plan for some good money to come in and help everything. Right now we are getting like supply pods coming in pretty regularly to kind of beef up our supply of required resources, but our fuel is actually at a good point right now. Our rare metals are super high, which is awesome. We have plenty of concrete. All of this stuff is good. So right now we're just trying to balance everything out. So if we aren't maintaining our requirements for electronics, polymers, and machine parts, we're able to at least have enough money that we can just buy them to bail ourselves out of that situation. So I am going to go ahead and leave this part here. Thank you so much for joining me on this Let's Play series. I'm having a blast, and I hope you're enjoying it as well. As always, check out the description. It has a link to all my social media, including my TikTok and my sticker shop. But if you'd like to support me here on YouTube, I'd really appreciate that. All you have to do is like, comment, share this video, as well as subscribe to my channel. All of that helps the YouTube algorithm get my content in front of more people's faces. So until I see you guys again, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye-bye.